It's Arsenal against Man City. Jermaine, good to have you with us. First of all, your thoughts on the game itself?
I wouldn't say it was a great game. I felt like City approached it probably different to how they normally would. I think Pep's sort of like principles are, dominate the ball, play good football, create chances off that. No different to Arteta. Obviously spent 4 years with him, so Arsenal always want to dominate the ball and have more possession. They did that. Just surprised with the Arsenal selections, to be honest. I just felt like when you sign someone like Eze, you bring him in to make a difference and playing the big games. Trossard play, was Eze going to play in that position there, or Marino, could he have played as an 8 or a 10? But I was just really surprised with the selection. I thought he would have played in this game. But yeah, City really, I suppose, professional performance. Wanted to sort of like play on transitions, and obviously that's where their goal come from.
Yeah, it wasn't the best game, but really intriguing. Let's look at the lineups, because you've alluded to it already. You'd have picked Eze in the starting lineup. Where would you have picked him when you look at the Arsenal team? Martin Odegaard was out, so the choice there, Marino or Eze in that position, maybe. Yeah. He went with Marino. On the left-hand side, he could have picked Eze there. Yeah. Instead of Trossard, he could have picked Martinelli, who came off the bench and ended up scoring. Madueke's been in good form on the right-hand side, so we expected him to start the game, even though Saka was fit enough for the bench. Yeah. So where would you have picked Eze? I
would like to play him here. And the reason why I say that, because I feel like...
So would you have played it like this, or would you have potentially gone...
Yeah, I would have played
the Zubimendi and Rice and then played him in there?
Yeah, just I think if you get Eze in these sort of like pockets where he's closer to the goal and more central, he's so good at receiving under pressure. Technically, he's so good. I just feel like when he's out wide and he don't really go on the outside, he'll come inside and link play. But for how good he is, I would like to see him sort of like in between those lines.
Do you feel Mikel Arteta's brave enough in these big games? He's coming under for a bit of criticism, isn't he, for his selections and the way he approaches games against the big six?
Yeah, I just feel like it's frustrating watching it because I think they've got one of the best squads in the league now. Mm-hmm. You look at the bench, but you just always want them to take the handbrake off and just play and just give these players, just freedom to go and express themselves. They're top players, especially being at home. I think they go into the game probably thinking more let's not lose this, instead of going into with that confidence, believing.
Is there a lack of belief, do you think?
I think so.
That they can't go and beat one of the top sides?
I think so. I just felt like it was almost like a waste of 45 minutes because the way they played in the second half was obviously a sign of what they can do. But I think they didn't approach it like we can actually win this.
Yeah. They won this fixture 5-1 last time, didn't they? If we could have a look at some of the City's defending then, because City's defending was... so surprising, wasn't it? It was really strange, wasn't it? Because Pep Guardiola's teams generally are a team that likes to have the ball, likes to play in the opposition half. But actually, they didn't do that at all, did they?
No, and I just feel like sometimes you have to play like that. I think away from home, you have to sort of like make sure the distances are good. And you sort of like you pick your moments to go and press without sort of like just going gung-ho and pressing for the sake of pressing. I felt like they've done that, and to be honest, and we see the goal. That's where the goal comes from.
Yeah, let's have a look at it then, and City's approach to the game. So early on, actually, watching the way they went about it, they did try and push up, didn't they? They did try and squeeze the pitch a little bit. I wouldn't say they pressed high particularly, but they did sort of play up in the opposition half in the first 10 minutes or so. But even then, even in the early part of the game, I'm watching this and I'm thinking Erling Haaland, centre forward, and even stop it now. Look at the work that he's done to get himself back into this position. He's in that left midfield position now. There was right from the off, a defensive thinking to Man City's play, wasn't there?
Yeah, listen, you don't have to be a genius to have worked it out, to be honest. It was one of those ones where, we're going into this game, we might have long periods without the ball. You have to be professional, make sure our distances are right. And like you said, Haaland, when did we ever see him in this sort of like position?
He worked. It's not that he doesn't work, but to find himself in as deep as that, and everyone behind the ball again, with standing pressure, really. If you stop it, that's like a 4-5-1.
And it just seemed like they were comfortable at possession. Yeah. It's like, okay, then you can have the ball, you come and break us down, because then as soon as on that transition, then they'll spring from that and try and create attacks and that. But like even there, they don't look in a hurry to go and press. No. They look quite comfortable with that possession.
I think that's exactly what they tried to do, though. They did try and counter-attack, which again, surprised. Pep blamed it a little bit on fatigue.
Yeah.
He said that they had the Manchester derby last week. They had Champions League on Thursday, didn't they? Whereas Arsenal played on Tuesday, so they had a couple of days extra break, is what he was saying. So he feels as though there was a little bit of fatigue. This is the goal, and this is a brilliant counter-attacking goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Arsenal on the attack. Talk about Man City defensively and how deep they get. Erling Haaland, if I just stop it there, they score from this position.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Arsenal defensively. They've still got enough bodies even behind the ball to deal with it.
Because even when you see this here and you think, even if it breaks down, shouldn't really be in any trouble, really.
No.
But yeah, the goal comes from this.
I mean, this is superb centre-forward play.
Yeah.
You're number 9.
Yeah.
How good is this from Erling Haaland? I'll play it on slowly to start with, because his first touch when it comes to him.
Yeah.
Now, the way he plays it round the corner.
And I think, you have to be able to be that focal point and receive under pressure, have the awareness, then link play. But then when you do that, do you just stand and admire what you've done?
Yeah.
Or do you think, OK, then, do you realise that now it's an opportunity now to get yourself in this position?
Well,
look, he's not even looking up. He's got his head down and he's just probably thinking, right, I just need to make that sort of overlap and get in a position where I'm through on goal.
I'm going to stop it right there, because he and Gabriel are in a foot race. That's him on the run.
That's not even a race, is it?
Well, there's Gabriel.
Yeah.
There's Erling Haaland. So they're level at this point.
Yeah.
They're level. I'll play it on another, couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Look at the gap now.
Yeah,
All of a
it's
sudden, there's a
unbelievable.
gap that's opened up. That's how quick.
Yeah, he's a machine.
How quick he is.
Yeah.
And how far he's got away from Gabriel. Again, though, it's about timing of the pass.
Yeah. It's a 3v2, timing of the pass, and then the first touch.
I think there's a little touch. I think that just drags Saliba, isn't it, towards the ball, which opens up the space for Erling Haaland.
Having said that, it was a great ball and a great run and a great finish, and you have to obviously take your medicine on that side of it. But City's lack of belief in terms of their possession and trying to get a second goal, it wasn't there. So Arsenal certainly deserve something out of the game.
I mean, we talk about Gyökeres a lot, and we said before the show, is he the guy to win them the title? And he's had a little bit of criticism for his performances in the big games away at Old Trafford, Anfield, near today. He hasn't had the kick today, and he might get criticism again on the back of the game. I don't think in those 3 games he's had a chance. They haven't created a chance for him. So I go back to when people keep saying Arsenal's problem is finishing. It's not. It's creating. They don't create enough, and he might get a little bit of stick, as I've just said, for what's happened in sort of those 3 bigger games, but they haven't created one chance for him.